Hey guys, it's Eric here with Sacred Forge Healing, here for your weekly reading. Happy 7/7 Portal today. That's the day that I am currently recording this. You'll also get this later out today. I have some journal topics posted on my Instagram or my Facebook page if you guys want to check those out. Today's a great day for looking at how can we align more with our path that we're currently on. What is our purpose here in this lifetime? And so these are some things that we can think about today. Think about them every day, of course. But today is a day of alignment. Think of the sevens, right? We have 7 days, we have 7 chakras, although there's more. But think of it in that case of a natural alignment, and that's what today is about. So we're going to get started today for what we need to know here today of 7/7, but also for this week as we're moving forward with the energy. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's see. Thank you, angels. I've already invited a lot of them here with me today. But thank you for revealing to us what we need to know for today of this 7/7 portal today. Oh. Open your heart. We got some good stuff going on just for today. But we will get more into the weekly energy today too. So we have the wheel, the chariot, and the king of water. So a lot of beautiful energy today, and it's all about moving forward. I mean, that is what today is about, right? So it says for the wheel, we have Archangel Michael, we have our guardian protector here. So a time of positive change, a situation suddenly moves forward, fortune is on your side. So if you look here into the card, right, we have this wheel. Think about how everything changed for humanity when the wheel was invented. We were able to carry things, move things a lot easier, and it's led us in marvelous directions. And so that's kind of what we have today as we're looking into the energy within ourselves. We have this time for changing perspective, knowing that we are very safe in what we're doing, right? But I do feel like there's going to be a lot of movement moving forward for this month. I know out there has been mention that, when I say out there, I do watch some other people on YouTube, but there is a shakeup that is happening totally, absolutely. But it's leading to a lot of greater change. And so that's what we have to remember, right? We have the wheel turns. So it just depends on where we're at in that. Okay, so we have the chariot, which is even more movement. My gosh, right? So an important achievement, self-discipline and willpower, public recognition. But, first we have the wheel where we're allowing ourselves to have that change today. And, this change can also just be that change in perspective. Or in regards to the journaling topics, what do I need to let go to bring in more peace into my life? And maybe that's the perspective that we're going for you guys. And they're saying yes, that is the perspective that they're wanting to speak a little bit more about. What are you letting go to bring more peace in? What has been troubling you so vehemently that you haven't allowed yourself to have any peace? And sometimes this is easier than others, right? Where maybe it's a family member who's just constantly spouting things. Maybe this is the time to say, yeah, no, I'll deal with you when I have to, but I'm not going to put myself around you if I don't have to, right? But this feels like a lot of change once we're finally saying, okay, I'm stepping into my power, I'm stepping into my place, I'm stepping into my alignment. What does that mean, right? And so when we're stepping into, honestly, the easiest way to feel it is just to say, stepping into the flow of who you feel like you're meant to be. Where is your excitement? Where is your joy? Where is that focused? And this is, I will say this is not talking about drugs or alcohol, right? Those can be fun in their own time, but we're moving further away from that. And so we need to know that, right? And those can be great things at certain times, but no. So maybe these are the things that we're wanting to give up to say, okay, I'm wanting to step more into myself, What do I love? What do I enjoy when I'm not saying this is my identity, when this is not all that I do, right? And so that can shift a lot too when we're thinking about it. You know, if we're always spending time doing this one thing, how can we allow something else to come in? Okay. And so this isn't, the energy today is not one of judgment. It is one of clearing in a lot of ways when it comes to acknowledging what's happened and saying, okay, you know, how do I want to shift it from here? And so today, 7-7. Actually, I will do this more as a 7-7 reading. And then be posting the weekly probably today too. So if you guys are seeing this, happy 7-7. Haha. All right. For our last card here, when it comes to 7-7 today, we have the King of Water. It says trustworthy, compassionate, respected, cultured, right? So it says open your heart and mind to those around you, trustworthy and heartfelt advice, charity work. We're stepping into our hearts, right? When we can allow ourselves to shift in whatever way that is, right? Remember, these are general readings here for everyone who's here. I'm reading the energy of who comes. And so for some of you guys, this is like allowing yourselves to feel the feelings for the first time in a long time. There feels like there's tears that are being shed as you're stepping into this place of compassion. Compassion for yourself, compassion for others as well. But this is really us starting to step more into our heart and saying what obstacles are in my way for me to get to my heart. You know, maybe there is some trauma that you still just don't want to deal with, and that's kind of keeping you from stepping into that place. Big thing to remember, not a therapist, not a doctor, none of that stuff. Go get a counselor. Go to someone who can help you with that in a different way, right? But this is the energy that we're stepping into. We're stepping into this place of heart-centeredness. And to get there, you know, it does take some time, or maybe it just takes a moment to say, okay, you know, what is stopping me from getting there? And we'll just pull one more card here to what are we surrendering into today for 7-7. Okay. So we have surrender to the beauty of the natural world and surrender your fear of intimacy. I know I said one card, but I want to feel into this energy a little bit more. So surrender your fear of intimacy. It says you are ready to let love in. So we have that heart energy once again. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. And that's what we're doing today. That's what we're doing, right? You know, what was stopping us from opening our heart to be heart-centered with others, to be compassionate with them, or intimate in that way? You know, what is stopping you from getting into that area of your life? You know, for some of you, there is this thing of, you know, I've already done the whole marriage thing. I've done all this. I don't really want to go back into it, and that's totally fine. But how can you be more heart-centered throughout your day? How can you align your life with love? Okay. Give me 1 second here. So how can you align your life with love, whether it be for yourself, for others, but aligning your heart with love is what we're here for today. So that is the big thing to notice. One of the ways that you can start getting more attuned to that energy of love, go spend some time in nature, and that's what we have right here. So surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature, replenishing yourself by feeling the beauty and ecstasy there. If you have those moments where you're so in your head about what's happening today, or kind of moving forward, because this energy is echoing out. So it's not just a singular day for this, but this is a beginning point, an ignition. It's going to be important to keep yourself grounded here as you're going through this state of love and connecting with it. You know, I feel like the natural world is a beautiful representation of what love is. Yes, excuse me. Love, or the natural world, it can have its moments, right, where it's animal eat animal, but we're thinking more into the alignment of, you know, what the trees, the plants, all the versions of nature kind of show a energy of love, and that's a really big thing for us right now. So make sure you're spending time outside, getting grounded, go spend some time in the sun. All these things are super important right now. It's summer here in the Northern Hemisphere, so really enjoy it. Try to get out in the morning before it gets too hot. But that's just an Eric tip. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. Again, happy 7/7 portal, and I will see you later. Bye for now.